Two bodies lie still on the temple floor. The air is heavy. The people can't move, only watch. Moments ago, they had come to give an offering. Now they lie silent before the altar of God. First Ananias, then Sapphira. Both struck down not by man, but by the truth they tried to hide. Fear fills the air. The people whisper, "Who can stand before such a God?" But before this moment of judgment, it began with something that looked good. A gift, a promise, a hidden lie. In those days, the believers in Jerusalem shared everything they had. No one claimed that any of their possessions were their own. Those who owned land or houses sold them and brought the money to the apostles to help anyone in need. Among them was a man named Joseph. The apostles called him Barnabas, which means son of encouragement. He sold the field he owned and gave all the money to the church. The people admired his faith. But watching from among them was another man, Ananias, and beside him, his wife, Sapphira. They too wanted to be seen as generous, as faithful, as holy. Ananias and Sapphira owned a piece of land. They agreed together to sell it. But when the money came into their hands, a thought crept into their hearts. What if we keep some? Just a little. So they kept aside part of the money for themselves and brought the rest, pretending it was the full amount. A small lie in their eyes. But before God, no lie is small. Ananias carried the money to the apostles' feet. Peter looked up from where he sat, and the Spirit of God spoke through him. Ananias, why has Satan filled your heart to lie to the Holy Spirit? You have not lied to men, but to God. The room went silent. Ananias' face turned pale, and in a moment, he fell to the ground, dead. The believers stood frozen. Young men stepped forward, wrapped his body, and carried him out for burial. About 3 hours later, Sapphira entered the place where the apostles were. She didn't know what had happened to her husband. Peter met her at the door and asked, "Tell me, Sapphira, is this the price you and your husband received for the land?" "Yes," she said, "that's the price." Peter replied, "How could you agree to test the Spirit of the Lord? The men who buried your husband are at the door, and they will carry you out also." At that very moment, she fell down at his feet, dead. And when the young men returned, they found her body and buried her beside her husband. Great fear seized the whole church and everyone who heard about what had happened. It wasn't fear of cruelty, it was holy fear. A reverence, they said, God is not mocked. Ananias and Sapphira wanted the praise of people, but forgot the eyes of heaven were watching. This story is not only about judgment, it's about truth, about living with honesty before God. We may not hide our money, but how often do we hide our hearts, our motives, our struggles? God doesn't ask for perfection, He asks for truth, because truth invites His grace, but deception closes the door. The story of Ananias and Sapphira reminds us honesty before God is not optional. It is worship, and integrity is the truest act of faith. What did this story teach you about truth and honesty before God? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your words might encourage someone else's walk with God today. And please don't forget to subscribe, because more cinematic Bible stories are coming soon.